gave the watch, it's perfect timing. I can see clear, clarity diamonds. Ice on the crew, everybody shining. Can't nobody stop me from grinding.
What's good, man? Hey.
Alright, you ready? Yeah, let's go.
Hey, man, say, man. Season 1, episode 1 of the No Laces podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jadon Adams.
And I'm your other host, Randall Moss.
And we just finna throw them up with no laces.
Oh, shit. Bro, you see me set it up right?
Every time.
You throw it
Every
up.
time we throw.
Alright, I got
You feel me?
I got you.
And we just gonna throw it up with no laces. Feel me? So basically, we the host of the show. Or like we the host of the podcast, but I feel like the very first show gotta be just us. And then we could bring our first guests on, so on and so forth, celebrity guests, whatnot. But I feel like they need to know more about, especially about you, cause you a talented man. But they gotta know what they getting themselves into before they kind of watch some more episodes and stuff like that. So, but basically, we could just start off by saying how we met.
How did we meet? I met you. Well, I didn't even meet you on your visit because it was COVID.
Yeah.
So I met you. The first time I met you was in the summer at Daphne Park in the sand, working out.
I was about to say something else.
You?
Hey, I was about to say you met me on Twitter.
Yeah,
but like in person, that's a fact. And we really been locked in ever since. But yeah, coming out of high school, training, Coach Moss, grind time, the guru, man of many hats. If you know, you know. Yeah, he just get it done. We gotta tell them why we created this too. So why did we come up with the name No Laces?
Why? I forgot.
You forgot? This man, I forgot. Hey, we just came up with it.
Real talk?
I got you.
Yeah, you got it.
Cause somebody asked me, I was like, I put a poll on Instagram, and they was like, what do the no laces mean? Basically, no laces it's like I guess a double entendre, if you will, because when you play football, when you play quarterback, you don't have to necessarily, but you taught to, and it's good that you throw with the laces. So on the football, you got the football, then you got the laces on the top of the football, and you're supposed to have your fingers and tips on top of the laces when you're throwing. It give you more spin on the ball. It's just what you're supposed to do. But sometimes when I throw the ball, I really don't throw it laces. I just catch it. However I get it, I end up throwing the ball. However, you could take that off the field and kind of not live by that, but see what no laces mean. Basically is the way you're supposed to live life, you don't have to as long as you're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? And also with that being said, that's an outro. That's a bar. And then what else? Another thing with that is like no laces. Like we supposed to be playing football. We supposed to be throwing with the laces, but we more than just football players and football coaches. Like we human, and we some cool kids. You know what I'm saying? We some cool individuals, and we having some good viewpoints about stuff. So why not just put it on camera and talk about it, and bring people on and just let people in our lives a little bit and know how and pick our brain by watching us. But basically, let's talk to me a little bit about how long you've been at Savannah State and like what your experience was being a student and like kind of transitioning into a coach.
Okay. I came to Savannah State in 2013. Just going back a little bit, initially I wanted to be a broadcast journalist. Then I had a high school coach that kind of was like a father figure to me. So he inspired me to want to get into coaching. So as soon as the first day I got here on campus, I went to the football office just to see how I could get into the program. So just a little bit, when I started off in doing equipment management, washing clothes, doing dirty work, washing clothes, setting practice, being there early, late, 1, 2 in the morning, you know, just making sure everything was done smoothly. But I knew that wasn't what I wanted to do, but it was just a step. You can't, sometimes you gotta pay your dues, you can't just bypass those steps. So then after that next spring, so I was actually, at that next spring I was gonna help out with basketball, but then I seen football was a year-round thing, so I did one practice in basketball and stopped doing that. So then after that, that spring started helping with recruiting and stuff like that. Then like I was always a person that's refused to be outworked. So over time, the coaches seen that work ethic and just gave me more responsibility over time. And kind of just as a student, it was always a great experience. Like we have a little bit less students now, but back then it was a lot less, lot more students. Like homecoming, everything. It was probably a little bit wilder campus as far as the campus life, and then school. I mean, it's always gonna be the same. You're gonna get out what you put in. So it's a lot of work, but in anything you do in life, you put in the work, you can get the results you want.
I'm asking you 2 questions. The first question is gonna be about work. Second question, you mentioned like Savannah State and how it was like more people and a little bit more lit. So we're gonna get into that. But first, you mentioned how like you don't really, me and you got something in common as far as like work ethic. Like I really hate when I feel like I'm being outworked, because like I know if it's something I can control, then I gotta go that extra mile to do what I can do to, you know what I'm saying, put myself in that position to flourish or be the best me I can be. And I like that you said that, but maybe for the people listening or for the people who don't know, like what goes into having a good work ethic? Because you could easily just say, I work hard, I want to be the best, but what do you have to do to actually let that happen?
I think that's a good point you made. To me, it's like, you'll probably hear it, eat, sleep, drink. Like almost every point in the day, I'm thinking about what I can do to, whether it's help the team, help my position group, whatever, help us be better. And I feel like everybody doesn't get the opportunity to do something that they think about or they love doing, that something that consumes them every day of the week. Like somebody that's working, like say you're working at Target or something. Not to say that's less than something else, but you're not thinking about all day, oh, how can I make Target better? Some people work in a job where they
just here for the money.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't really like going to their job, but I can wake up every day and love what I do. Now sometimes the work I can get overwhelmed, the work can get tedious, but when you love doing something, you don't mind doing it. And then kind of the point when I really knew that I was on the right path as far as that is when you dream about like what you're doing. Like to me, that's like different. It's like you subconsciously, like if you think about this every moment that you're awake, then you go to sleep and you dream about that same thing, it's like, that's just like a sign, this is what you were supposed to do.
It's your calling. Like that's basically, that's kind of like how, you know how some people, they be like, I don't know what my purpose is, like how do you find your purpose? That kind of makes sense now that you say that. Like when I think about it, if you really love something so much to the point where you close your eyes and you still vision it, 9 times out of 10, that's your purpose. Like 9 times out of 10, that's what's in store for you. And as long as you keep doing what you got to do and put your ducks in a row, that should come to fruition. I like that. Now let's have a little bit of fun here. You was talking about Savannah State, 2013. So you was probably 2013 through 16, 17. Like that's when you was really like student. So I mean, explain. Just take us through an SSU homecoming before anything. Like SSU homecoming for 2013 versus SSU homecoming 2022 or 2023 that's upcoming.
Well, I'll probably start one of the like the biggest surprises, or probably the biggest person that, at least at the time, that we've ever had at homecoming. So, you know, you got DJ in. Yeah. They just like, oh, I got a surprise for y'all. I think some local, like nothing against Wanda or something. Some local person, right? Yeah. And it's the Migos. Okay. And then everybody like, what Migos? Everybody going crazy. Then they remixing like every song. And they said Savannah. Like, oh yeah. Yeah. So they had all these remixes, everybody lit type junk. And then afterwards, afterwards, you know, you got the police out there. People don't give a care. They out there jumping on top of the police car, just going crazy, going up top in the circle.
Project X.
Like on 10, everybody in the circle, all you see is police chasing people back and forth. I'm thinking they running after them, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like circle everything. I just feel like the whole campus environment was just lit. You know, everybody up, you know, everybody turned, going crazy. Kind of how most people probably envision HBCUs. I still feel like it's still turned, but it's not on the same level that it used to be on. People are, I probably say, not as crazy in some ways. I feel like it's more people going out, like in the city, downtown, whatever, than how it was. I feel like back then there was more people on campus, or it's like a little local house people used to go to, not too far, but still, I mean, what you make it, everybody, you know, you can be lit if you want to be lit, but as you got to keep the main thing the main thing.
The main thing, that's real. So, see, I could probably speak on being a student, like, in the present day. You feel me? We ain't got as many students as y'all had, but I feel like we definitely make the most out of it. And what you said, like, I feel like we got more options, more stuff to do. Also, social media kind of messed stuff up too. Cause social media was around 2013, but it wasn't popping. Like now, you got people who really addicted to their phone, so they might want to stay in the room, and they just like to scroll all day on the gram, on Twitter. But as far as like the parties and stuff, hey, student athletes, school come first. But if you handle your business, it's okay to have a little fun. You feel me? And I feel like it's a good amount of fun. Like it's never too much. Like I feel like honestly, with y'all, kids was flunking out. Honestly, I feel like kids flunking out because it's like, man, Project X, we lit. Y'all probably have, but what we got? 2,000 students right now. Like we low.
Yeah, it's probably about four or five.
Y'all was up there. So it's like every time you turn your head, you seeing somebody new. Like everybody lit. Ville packed out. Commerce packed out. So now it's kind of more like, I wouldn't say family oriented, but everybody kind of know everybody, which is a blessing and a curse. But I mean, you can have more fun with the people that you kind of grew a relationship with. When you go downtown, and when the vibes is there, the vibes is there. So I kind of like it more now because it's low key, but it ain't low key. It is what you make it. So it really depends on your type speed. But once you find a happy medium, you'll be straight. Then on top of that, now it's just like they got more organizations now or back then.
As far as
like organizations on campus, like for people who might not even play a sport or they just want to meet new people and network.
I probably would say it's more now. It's a lot more like different clubs you can join. Obviously back then you still had fraternities and you little SGA stuff, but now it's a lot more things, theater, dance clubs, more model clubs, stuff like that, depending on your interests that people can get into.
See, so I feel like it's two different types of fun 10 years later, but as far as you make the most of Savannah State, really good. It ain't too bad when you sit back and think about it. I mean, really. So back to football. When did you finally get a role as a coach on staff instead of like, you know, equipment manager or whatnot?
Good question. Actually, I would probably say the first time, and anybody would probably think this is crazy, it was probably maybe 15. The first position I ever worked out with or assisted was offensive line. And I liked it, and it was like a love-hate thing. I liked it because it's like real detailed, yeah. But I hated it because everybody want to do 7-on-7 one-on-ones. You just down there doing offensive line indie drills for like half of practice. So it was kind of a love-hate thing, I would say. So I did that for maybe a year. Then after that, I switched over to cornerbacks, where I was for probably most of my career, 5-6 years, working with DBs. And then one spring, defensive coordinator was like, come over to linebackers. He was like, you just gotta do it. He just wanted me to do it for the that spring, which I didn't want to do it at all because I was just so, I've been DB. So I was like, I want to do linebackers. But it was probably, it was a blessing in disguise because opened my eyes to how the whole defense works. Because you're just working with DBs, you're just worrying about the pass stuff. You're not really, especially corner wise, you're not really worried about the run game. So it allowed me to open up and learn the whole defense. And then just a quick piggyback question for you: at what point, as a quarterback, did your eyes open up to how like defense worked, or just the light switch? It was like, oh, now I can really see, oh, they doing this, they doing that type of thing.
Honestly, it was once I understood the game I'm still understanding the game, but once I was able to get a better grasp of the game in the film room. Like, you know, playing in high school, you still watching film, but it's more so, we gonna run these plays, and we got better athletes than this team, and that's why we gonna win.
Right.
Versus college, everybody is just as good as the best person on your high school team.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to get through that my freshman year on the field, because it's like, I'm watching the film and I'm taking my notes, but am I really dissecting the film and actually translating it? It wasn't until, honestly, the spring and then watching my film over again, like, okay, wow, I could have really took my game to a whole nother level by, okay, defense doing this. I don't want to say too much, you feel me? Because I still got to kill defense. I still got to kill defense at practice. But by watching film, you helped me as well, watching film, seeing how defenses do this, seeing how coverages are, seeing what alignment certain people on the defense might make. Okay, I know I need to go here, here, here. So I know what I need to do before I do it. And if they take away what I know I need to do, I got a second plan, a third plan, even a fourth plan. I don't have to just rely on my feet or nothing like that. So honestly, when it clicked for me is when I realized how much the film room translated to the field. Because it's the same exact look you see on film, and they're gonna do exactly what you saw them do. So when you see them do exactly once you see them do exactly what you saw them do, okay, I know what to do right here, so we can get points on the board. And that's why I'm just so ready. That's why I'm so ready for next season, because I just feel like everything hasn't clicked, because I got so much learning to do, but I feel like I got so much better. I can't wait to put that on tape so we can go out there and have some fun. But weirdest position group on a football team.
It's easy, specialists.
Nah, bro.
Seriously.
Nah, they cool, cuz.
No, they cool people, but like they, especially kickers, they got their own way of thinking. So I would say they are the weirdest. But if I took out specialists as a group, I think I probably would say offensive line.
Offensive line. You know what's great? I saw a TikTok. That's why I saw a TikTok and it was like weirdest position group. And of course people just come for specialists. Me personally, I love the specialists. Y'all look out for the offense, whether y'all know it or not. They look out. They put points on the board. They flip that field. And I also love my O-lineman. So I really don't got no topic. I really ain't got nothing to say on the matter. But the TikTok said O-lineman was the weirdest position. I'm not gonna speak on it because I love my O-lineman. But yeah.
He went a little political right there, bro. We'll let him get away with it.
I had to go political, man. I love them boys. What else? I mean,
quick follow-up for you. If you can, outside of football, I think you have a really good vantage point because you came in as a freshman, you know, basically was the scout team, was whooping our behinds on defense, all right? Then you came, last year, all right, when you got your opportunity, you took what you had and you ran with it, okay? And now you really come into your third year of college, ready to take even the next leap. So if you really look at it, each year you took another step forward. And also that comes with more responsibility. So for young quarterbacks out there, what would you say, because everybody want to be QB1, right? What would you say outside of football, you can get into that a little bit, but what comes with, like what responsibility and what comes with handling that position?
That's a great question. Biggest thing off the field is public image, how you carry yourself, because whether you know it or not, everybody know who you are. Everybody know who you are. You play quarterback. Like the custodian who they like to be called custodians, right?
Yeah,
because you know I know politically.
Some
The custodians, they know you QB1. The person serving you food in the cab, they know you QB1. Like in your school, same at the school, lunch ladies, the custodians in elementary school, middle school, high school, they know, they tapped in. Like they really know what's going on because either they play sports or they got a love for it. Your teachers know. So public image is the main thing, I would say. Public image. One thing that always stuck with me is whenever you meet somebody, like shake their hand, like firm handshake, you look them in the eyes, you smile, you always happy. Like one thing I also learned at quarterback, and this is from on the field, but I translated off the field. In moments, you never get too high, you never get too low. You know, a wise man told me something like that. So then, meaning when you never get too high, you never get too low. You never too excited to a point where you act like you've never been in a situation before, but when life throw you lemons, you make lemonade, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You make lemonade, so you don't, when stuff go bad, you don't just sit in the corner and pout. You just take it to the chin, head up, soldier. Yeah, head up, soldier. And you know what I'm saying? You do what you gotta do. Outside of public image and just always maintain a level head, be respectful to everybody, because you never know what doors God may open for you. Like you do not know who. You don't know what. Like you don't know when your opportunity might get called. So always have God on your side. Always be optimistic. Off the field, carry yourself with respect. Treat others with respect. Treat others how you want to be treated. And just be a good person all around. Because if you're a good person, I feel like people would naturally gravitate towards you. And if you have an infectious personality, that'll always show. And that'll also help you on the field, because the more respectful you are, and if you follow those, like, I wouldn't necessarily call them rules, but if you just kind of follow that template, if you will, it'll translate on the field, give you that confidence that you need. And if you keep a level head on your shoulders, it's going to translate in the film room, which translates to the field and in the classroom. So just making you a better human being all around, and being, if you want to be QB1 or whatever you want to be, you feel me, like, that'll help for sure. That. Let me ask you this though. Let's throw up some questions. Mm-hmm. With no laces. Let's try it again. All right. Let's throw out some questions with no laces. You feel me? Let's go off the field. Let's go off the field. And what kind of music you into? Give me a top five music right now, artists.
All right. So I'm gonna preface this with, I love lyricists. So I'm not a big you good? I'm not a lyricist. I'm not a big YoungBoy fan, so I might jam a little bit of his stuff every now and then, but I feel like he do too much yelling. So top five. All right, this in no specific order. This is my top five. All right, Lil Durk, Lil Baby. You count Rod Wave as rap? All right. You know you can't go wrong with that Rod. Give me Polo G. I can't go wrong with Polo. And
you about what, 4 years late, ain't it? You about 4 years late.
Alright, what was my other one? I think my fifth one is
RTR Stick.
Yeah, you can never go wrong with RTR.
RTR Stick. Let me get a top five.
Hold on, real quick. And real, I can listen to this dude anytime. J.COLE, man.
That's real. You know what's crazy? Before I get my top, I used to be like, when I was maybe 11, 12, I was like listening to J.COLE all the time. I knew that whole 2014 Forest Hills Drive. I kind of fell off a little bit, especially when he dropped KOD. You listen to KOD?
No, not really.
Yeah, like it was alright, but I'm waiting on the fall off, because I still like him. But top five, before I get my top five, it's 3 people that are not going on my top 5 because they on Mount Rushmore. I can give a Mount Rushmore after. Actually, I'll give Mount Rushmore first, then give you top 5 current. Obviously, Drake is on Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Future is on Mount Rushmore. Young Thug is on Mount Rushmore. Fourth all time on my Mount Rushmore. I probably would have to put J. Cole on there because it's 4. Mm-hmm. And if I'm missing somebody, I'm probably going to be mad watching this again. But it's like, I'll put J. Cole 4th on Mount Rushmore. Now, top 5 I listen to on an everyday basis. You know who number one is. Gonna Wanna. Go Crazy. That new album he just dropped, no features. 15 for 15.
Yeah, still got to tune into that one.
Yes.
That's on the listen list right there.
I'll send you some songs. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna see no songs. Just listen to the album. I'll go crazy. Gonna Wanna. First. Second, Lil Durk. Third, I became a fan of him. About maybe a couple months ago, April. Really shout out to Jeremy. Because he was really talking about, you don't mess with YoungBoy? I'm like, I really can't get jiggy with YoungBoy. I like when he harmonizing, you feel me? Like couple songs like Goals. I like that song, like when he harmonizing. But he played a couple YoungBoy songs. I'm like, oh, I can get jiggy with this. Then I heard some of the tapes and I actually like stopped being biased and kind of listened to him. I was like, YoungBoy not bad. So YoungBoy third. I ain't gonna lie, YoungBoy third. No Cap fourth.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with
No Cap fourth. And I'm gonna cop out and put two Florida rappers, two South Florida rappers at 5. FCG Heem / Kodak. Okay. You feel me? I'm gonna put them both right there at 5 because I can't put one at 6.
Definitely.
That's that. But I can't even ask you the most overrated rapper you feel like, because you think it's YoungBoy.
YB.
You crazy.
Who you think most overrated? You gotta think, like, okay, answer this question, because you kind of listen to music. Who do you think are worse? YB fans? No, I'll give you 3. YB fans, Nicki fans, or Beyonce fans. Those are 3 just crazy. And
like
almost
order it type.
What you think the most is? I compare YB fans to like Cowboy fans. It's like regardless of what they put out,
they ride with them.
Yeah, type. That's the like even before I even listen to what just that like culture. I'm always kind of like the underdog type. I just don't like people that want to ride.
Yeah, I do feel that. Honestly, the whole YB better. YB, like, yeah, them boys be on, they be glazing hard. Definitely. I ain't really too in tune to the Beyonce stands, the Nicki stands, so I can't really speak on it. I know they go crazy too, but I don't know. I ain't gonna count. I done been in some classes. Boy, you mentioned Beyonce, a girl snap her neck. Like, what you say? What you say about Beyonce? So they get after Beyonce, but I'm gonna have to say YB fans are definitely the worst. They make it hard to actually like appreciate his music until you actually listen to it for yourself. Like, okay, I like this song.
Definitely.
But most overrated rapper, I feel like, and honestly, I listen to his music, not on an everyday basis, but I listen to some of his music. Is Lil Baby. I just don't know what it is. Like, I was on Baby hard about 2018, low down. Well, not even low down, but My Dog, Drip Harder, stuff like all that type of stuff. I was messing with him, but then it's kind of like, I don't know, everything got repetitive, and then the sound, like, I just faded away from that sound. I really like melodic rap anyway, so.
All right, so while we on that a little bit, who's one rapper that you just can't listen to? Like,
one white rapper?
No. Oh. Who's one rapper you just can't listen to? I'm gonna go first. I cannot listen to G Herbo. And
crazy.
Maybe 1 or 2 songs, but first of all, I can't stand his background music. Then it's one person I call him G Garbo. That's my nickname for him. But that's one person I cannot listen to at all.
So you ain't hear that? I was in the high speed with my broski. It was me and him, just him and me.
Nah,
riding with 2 felonies. So we got
and
one apiece.
And then one time, I don't remember what it was. It was an album he dropped. I listened to the whole album. I didn't like one song on there. After that, I was like, yeah, no, I'm over with it.
That's a great question. Oh, that's an easy answer. And this man probably got 2 songs that I could listen to, but I really be forcing myself to listen to them. But I like the old school songs. Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Facts.
I can listen to Poetic Justice. I can listen to Pour Up Drink.
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe what's that song? I think he got a song called Die Hard. I like that song, Die Hard, on his last album. Anything else, I cannot get jiggy with, bro. He just be, I can't do it. His fans delusional too.
Like,
I can't.
And with that West Coast, they think West Coast. Oh, that's another good question. Where would you the best rappers from? All right, you got Miami. All right, South Miami. You got a couple Jacksonville, Atlanta, Chicago. I guess maybe New York and Cali, basically West.
Yeah.
What would you say which group or city you would say got the best rappers?
It ain't close. Atlanta. It ain't close. Like, even if you go back in time, forget now. Now you got Thug, Gunna, Baby, 21, Lucci. I don't want to say Baby Drill because but Baby Drill on the come up.
I ain't know Lil Baby was from the A.
Yes. I think he from the A. Jeezy from the A, right? Then you got Gucci.
Yeah.
T.I.
Can't go wrong with T.I.
Luda. I said 2 Chainz.
Nah.
Outkast. Dungeon Family.
He can keep going on and on and on.
I said Future. I didn't even say Future. You feel me? It's like Atlanta, it don't get no better than Atlanta. And you got them old heads, New York, like Wu-Tang and all that. But I was born in 2003. Don't got time to listen to that. I'm trying to hear some hard drip music. You feel me? But let me ask you, what female artists you be into, like? Or you don't really get into the female R&B side of things?
Yeah, I might listen to like some old school, but it's not like somebody I'm gonna just listen to like nowadays. I feel like they be doing too much, females wise.
Yeah, I feel that.
But if it's something on the radio or something I hear, I might vibe to it, but it's nothing I can think of like off the top of my head. What about you?
Me personally, I love music, so I don't judge. I like No Order. I love Summer Walker. Summer Walker, she fire. SZA cool.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. A lot of people be on that train.
SZA cool. I like her new stuff. Janae Aiko cool.
Yeah, she is.
And Kehlani. But I ain't gonna lie, I only like a couple songs by Kehlani.
Mm-hmm.
And then one person I gotta throw this person will never make my top 5 cause I be thinking about the rappers, but Brent Faiyaz. You know what that is?
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
A couple of his stuff. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me ask you this: you be in your feelings when you listen to music?
Yes. If I'm playing some Rod Wave, Polo sometimes, yeah.
So you ever been heartbroken?
Yeah.
Take us through that. Hey. Hey man, take us through the heartbreak, cause you know me. You know how I get. I try to avoid a heartbreak at all costs. I can't do it. I try to move tack. So you take us through a heartbreak.
Let's see. Which one can I go to?
Hey, take us through the very first one. The very first heartbreak.
All right. I'm gonna try to condense it. Not too much. Probably the first heartbreak. I'll probably say, what year was it? I'll say 2013, freshman year, college. All right, so I got a little, little change, little guap, type shit. So
refund check type.
Yeah, something.
A little something.
So I mean, we vibe. I'm thinking it's a good vibe, so we vibing good type shit. Well, sorry, not too much cursing, but so what was I at? Yeah. So I don't trust easy. So like over time, build trust, do stuff for each other type, go out, whatever, just chop it up. Like I gotta have like a connection. Like, or I thought it was a connection, Just talk about life, past, what you've been through, what they've been through, opening up, just really vibing, So, boom. Like, I'm a nice person, so, you know, sometimes people take advantage of it. So, you know, I'm nice, you know, doing stuff, acting something, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Need to talk, yeah. So then, I just take this one chance. I don't even know if I was all the way for real. So, basically, ask for something, right? Then, I was like, no. Then, at that point,
You was like no, or she said no?
I said no.
She asked for something?
Yeah, asked me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, no. And then it was like a whole nother switch person, you know.
True color show.
Yeah, like who he really is. Like that moment, like everything was good to that point. Then stuff started to change, you know, get treated differently, cursing, arguing every day, over and over and over again, arguing about little stuff. Then you get back good for a day or two, arguing again. So I'm like, it's junk toxic.
You toxic, boy. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So it was messing with, it was like one way it was messing with my head, but the other way it was like, now I really F with this person type. So then, you know, so I try to get back on good terms, but then it just keep getting worse, all right? So then when it started to affect my peace, basically I'm like, all right, I just gotta like cut bait, get out of the situation. So I feel like it was a heartbreak, like she was like, all right, deuces type. But it was like heartbreak where you like really all in on the situation, and it go from highs to like from you being in heaven to hell type. So it's like, dang. So it's the feeling is like boom, you going like you like happy. It's like feel like I don't know, like this person meant for you type jump to like this shit ain't it. And so it's like you fighting the feeling like, am I tripping, or like is this really like I'm trying to get the feeling that I had the first time, but it ain't coming back.
It's like you beat on a dead horse, basically.
Right.
Like, yeah, trust me.
So it's just kind of that situation where it's like, damn, this how people really move. So then, I feel like that situation just make you like, all right, I can't move the same way. But then it really opened my eyes to like, you gotta see people for who they really are and their character. They're gonna show you who they are, but are you gonna believe it? If you don't believe it, then you're gonna keep moving. One day, you're gonna really see, all right, all the signs you showed me, this who you really are.
That's who you really are.
Yeah.
That's so real, because it's like, you were saying some stuff right there. So, got me I'm a little messed up right there right now. All right, anyway though, you, how fast did it take you to get over it? Like, and what did you do to kind of like, you know what, I'm a little heartbroken, but I'm a boss up. I'm me. Like, ain't nobody really finna mess with me like that.
How long? Yeah, probably like, I'll probably say like a month.
I ain't bad.
That I feel like it really ain't, like I really wasn't completely over it till I feel like enough, like I feel devoid with something either better or something that's gonna get me on the right path. And I always kind of had football and stuff like that where it's like, okay, I can take my mind off of it. But the time where I feel like it really got better is when I just had something to fill that void.
That's real. So I would just ask the questions about heartbreak. When I was taught, you feel me? I'm gonna say a little something. I never got my heart broken. But tell me, act like I'm asking y'all, and I'm asking you. Is it that like I'm scared to get my heart broken, or is that I'm just moving with a good, like, I guess sense of not sense of urgency, but I'm moving like real militant as far as, you feel me? I'm young. I just turned 20 in January. I never really been in no relationship, like boyfriend, girlfriend type of thing. I done talked to girls, you feel me, situationships, but I never been in a relationship to avoid that. I was told earlier today that I ain't no man till I get my heart broke. Is that true?
I wouldn't agree with that. But what I would say is the reason you probably haven't had it is you never. I mean, you probably been vulnerable to a certain point, but you ain't never just fully just put yourself all the way into something. Because to do that, it's like you how can I say it? No, it's like basically you gotta know like mind types, like you completely trust this person.
Yeah.
You don't put all your guards down, and that's scary to a certain point because then you don't know they can turn
how they
against
are. Like you said,
know,
them true colors. You don't know them true colors.
But the kind of thing is if you never do it, then you never know.
You never know.
It's just like say you want to be a great quarterback, right? And you just do the bare minimum. Like you might be really good, but if you really put yourself all the way into it, you could be a damn Hall of Famer, like a great, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's risk and reward to putting yourself all in. I mean, you gotta try to get a feel for the person, but I mean, some people could be acting one way and then when they don't get something that they want or when as soon as adversity comes, they like, all right, this is something going on.
And my thing is this, bro. Like, I really don't know how I want to word what I'm saying, but it's on some stuff like I got my whole life to live, right? Like I really don't have to commit to nobody no time soon. I could just live my life and vibe with somebody who just be chilling. And with that being said, I have a specific type. Like in order for me to actually like you, it's probably a checklist about 20, 25 boxes, right? I can go down the list. Not doing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's for another episode.
No doubt.
But I got like a very specific type where it's like, okay, I can actually see myself like liking you to another level versus I can see myself talking to you, having a little bit of fun. Mm-hmm. You know, same old. It's really been only maybe once or twice in my life where I came across somebody that checked all the boxes. And guess what happened?
What happened?
Fumbled that. Fumbled that. You know why though? You know why I fumbled? Because I was thinking what I told you and what you said is like risk reward. So I'm moving timid, like I like you, but I don't know. Right. So now I take myself away from the situation, and then I guess I come off weird, lame, like I was feeling you, you was feeling me, but now you out of nowhere, you don't mess with me no more. It's not you, it's me. Sorry, you feel me? Like you just gotta bear with me. If you the one, you gonna bear with me. If you not, you not. And then that's another thing. You gotta learn how to get out of draining situations. Like I ain't gonna speak too much on it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, when the situation go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, and it's just like we really not getting nowhere, and you just pick up on that vibe, you just gotta swallow that pill and realize that chapter of your life is really kind of over with. Like y'all had y'all fun here for a good time, not a long time. That's one thing I had to realize. I think kind of like being older, I wouldn't say transition from 19 to 20, because that's like so cliche, but like getting older, you realize I was a teenager for 7 years. Mm-hmm. That chapter is closed. I don't act how I act no more. I don't act how I acted when I was 13, 15, 17. I don't act how I acted when I was 19, you feel me? Like you mature each and every day. So that's what I kind of realized, like, if you just really have discipline, you could realize like, maybe if I be the wrong, like if I'm the villain and I kind of stop talking to you, it's like, dang, I missed the bond we might have had and I really liked you, but it's like, it's actually for the better because this situation was toxic and we weren't getting anywhere from here. So it's like, if you love the person, it's all love at the end of the day, or if you don't love them, you just like them, good, here for a good time, not a long time, you feel me? It's still good to let that go because there's no need to hold on to something that you know really ain't going nowhere. It done been to the peak. So now y'all just really holding on to a slippery slope and y'all just going downhill. So you just gotta have that discipline in order to be like, you know what, let's just go our separate ways. We have fun, but the chapter is closed. And then on top of that, the weak part be when you see that person again. Like you see him again, and you kind of be like weak a little bit. Like, dang, shawty look good. Dang, like you don't mess with me no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, why you look so good after we stopped talking?
Right.
You feel me? Like when we was talking, you was alright, but like now you bad. But I feel like once you get, that's really like a mental thing. I feel like I had to get over that. No cap. Once you be able to like kind of swallow that pill, like, yeah, you look good, but let's be real, I look good too. You know what I'm saying? It's like we both look good. That's why we talk to each other. So I can't be tripping about how you look, cause I know why I stopped talking to you. So really, moral of the story: get out of toxic situations. Whether you like somebody as much as you want to, it's okay to be a little toxic. Like, have your fun. I like being a little toxic. It's a little funny, you know what I'm saying? Keep things on the up and up. Keep you on your toes. But when they get to a toxic where it's just draining and that type of stuff, we too young. And if you got priorities and goals, that's just not something I need. So get up out of there. But speaking of goals, what's like some in your type? I guess we could talk about type. What's your type of girl? Goal oriented or what?
Yeah, I mean, obviously goal oriented, but it gotta be somebody that can communicate, that can handle my like schedule, you know, the things that I'm trying to chase and, you know, trying to chase dreams, trying to be the best I can be. And some people only, you know what I'm saying, want you to be under them all the time, this, that, and the other. But it's just, to me, it gotta be like, obviously physical, but it gotta be more like a mental like connection of somebody I'm like we locked in. And say if you gonna have disagreements, but it gotta be something where, boom, we can still talk about it, communicate. It's not like you're going into your foxhole. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I feel like this is kind of to piggyback off of what you were saying. It's about peace of mind. Like if somebody taking your peace, then that's not a good situation to me. Because at the end of the day, if you don't got your peace now, that's affecting you. That's gonna affect you mentally, your relationships, friends, how job, everything.
Yeah. How you play, if you play a sport, it's gonna, you just gotta find that peace. Okay, ideal date. You just met a girl. Check all the boxes. Ideal date. What you doing? She say, what we doing? You say, I'm trying to take you out. I'm trying to do something with you. She say, what we doing?
So we're gonna go out to eat.
Where?
Couple Savannah restaurants done pissed me off lately. So
what they do?
Just bad service, man.
Typical Savannah.
So I'll probably go downtown. Maybe go to like Wild Wings always straight or something. Like, or maybe like something where you can sit on a little rooftop downtown, you know, listen to the band, something like that. Something a little, you know, a little romantic, you know.
Okay. Let me tell you, mine. One thing growing up, my mama, we always went out to eat. So she probably watching this. I done told her I'm making a podcast. No, she watching. She gonna watch it. Thank you, because you put me on to all the food spots, all the hole in the wall spots, all that. I was talking to everybody this the other day. If I was to go on a date, I know all the little hole in the wall restaurants. Like I'm not talking about I ain't talking about Outback, Olive Garden, you feel me? Like I'm not talking about, and honestly, I'm keeping a buck. I'm private. I'm very private. Like what you see from me, you really don't see nothing besides kind of like what I show you. So it's like most of you see football, maybe if I put on a fit or something. But as far as my personal life, I really don't like to put that on the media. I just don't like to. So I'm kind of like that even when I go places, especially with somebody I like, if I'm going on a date. With that being said, off rip, we're going to a hole-in-the-wall restaurant. If you like hibachi, you got a hole-in-the-wall restaurant for you. Asian, hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Seafood, hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Any type of food you like, I got a ducked off spot. That's where we going, you feel me? Now, after that, depending on what you into, me personally, I like art. I really been like getting into art, not getting into it, but actually like liking art pieces and just like I could just look at art all day. If you into that too, we going downtown, you feel me? The river walk, we could walk, you could hear it, you could stop listening to that band a little bit, go in, see some pieces. Then it's a little art gallery. We definitely going to the art gallery, you feel me? What else we doing after that? After that, honestly, we grown. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We just got grabbed us something to eat. What?
Bro, you can't talk about drinking, bro. You ain't even 21, bro.
Listen, I'm talking about water, bro.
Okay.
Listen. Anyway, hole in the wall restaurant. Boom, that's where we going. After that, whatever you like to do and whatever we can find a happy medium of us like to do, and that's what we gonna do. So if you wanna like walk somewhere, you wanna just sit in the car and talk, we could do that. But basically it's just gonna be a nice vibe. A spontaneous, nothing gonna be planned, but everything I'm doing is stuff that you like to do and stuff that we like to do. So we go out to eat, top golf, you feel me? It's not one in Savannah, but you feel me?
A little dry, that's Jackson.
You feel me? Top golf, whatever you like to do. If you want to go to a go-kart, anything you want to do to have fun and we sharing time together, because if we really like each other, the vibes are going to be there. So the ideal date, the only thing set in stone is us going to grab something to eat. After that, everything's spontaneous. Like if you want to go watch a movie, go watch a movie. Like whatever you want to do, we could do. So my ideal date really is just grab us a nice bite to eat. If I'm taking you out to eat, if I'm taking you on a date, I already know you. Like I'm gonna get to know you, but I already know you enough to know I can sit down and talk to you.
Right.
Because I get bored way too fast. But I hate when when somebody I like get bored of me, they be like, dang, fumble. But we gonna throw it up with no laces. You feel me? We gonna style it up with no laces. You feel me? We might as well, since we saying it, we might as well tell these folks we at the 50-minute mark, probably keep the episode out, you feel me? Just kind of get to know us, how we met each other. So we appreciate you if you made this far in the video too, by the way, because we been talking.
Yeah.
And that kind of answered the question of why we made it. What you say?
I'll just say what I'm gonna bring, or what you can expect, at least for me. It's just real talk. We're gonna dive into football, obviously, so I'm gonna give my quote-unquote expert opinion, or just how I feel, how I see things from an analytical standpoint, how you can get better. Hopefully you can get that out of this. Obviously I'm being more open, you know, so it's just gonna be real talk. So if you like real talk, not none of this BS that you be hearing all over, no political stuff, just real talk of real people, real guests, you know, just keeping it real.
And that's real. Basically, really what he said, like what they expect from him, what they expect from me. I'm gonna crack a couple jokes. I'm goofy. I'm always, I'm not gonna be tense on the camera. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always be relaxed. So I'm always just show me who I really am. I ain't gonna be nobody else when the camera off. I'm just gonna always be how I am. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna share my opinion on a lot of things. Nothing that's gonna get me canceled. Not share my opinion on nothing that'll get me canceled, but I'm gonna share my honest opinion on things and my viewpoints, because I view a lot of things differently about life. And of course football, but a lot of stuff off the field. Like football it's our main concern, but life bigger than football. And that's kind of why we doing this No Laces podcast, just to talk about, not to give your mind a break from maybe what you do and what you love so much, but to kind of just talk about it and talk about other things that you might be interested in. And yeah, we wildin', we clowning, we throwing it up. With
no
what?
What?
Hold on. I got it.
All
You
right.
ready?
Yeah, let's go.
We wildin', we clowning, no laces, but we still styling. You like that? You like that outro?
Yeah,
All right. You ready? We keeping all this.
Okay.
What did I say?
Too styling.
Yeah. We wildin', we clowning, no laces, but we still styling.
You get to watch, it's perfect timing. I can see clear, clarity diamonds, ice on the crew, everybody shining, can't nobody stop me from grinding.